deer now.
Logo, hey, going to the potty. And she is close, close, close. And Logo's not worried.
Oh, she close.
Logo, go to the potty. Good girl. Hey. Good girl. Up, sit.
She literally just checked out my camera case. That's pretty cool. Logo, hey.
Sit. Good girl. Up, sit. Good girl.
Oh, she ran off now.
What's going on, yeah? I made my first mistake when I made my first take, so now I gotta do it again. I'm breaking like Drake, taking a break, that is. What's going on, y'all? I just shot a whole 10-minute video on teaching my logo to stay and doing all kinds of great things. Logo, heat, good girl. Sit, stay. I am doing a series on working with nature. And what that means is I am going through my backyard, and instead of clearing it all or tearing everything down, I am over time, I'm changing the landscape just over time. But how I'm changing the landscape is in a good way. I come out every day and I walk my trails and I see what needs maintained. This area right here is an area that needs maintained. I assess the situation, fancy word. I look at the situation and see what I need to bring back out here with me. The number one thing that I bring out here with me is this right here, for several reasons. Hit things with this, they will show you what they're made of. If I come swinging through here and I hit something hard, it will stop the blade. If I hit something soft, it will get out the way. That just makes it easy to find out, do I need to bring loppers back here? Do I need to bring a chainsaw back here? Do I need to bring a mower back here? I just walk through and I hit things so that I don't puncture a tire with my tractor or my lawnmower. This is the number one thing. It can also double as safety if you needed it, but I got my logo, don't I? Logo between. Oh, she getting muddy out here. So sit, stay. So basically, what I'm doing is I come out in the morning and I check to see what needs to be maintained. The point of what I'm doing is when I said I was changing my landscape, I am trying to create a habitat that feeds itself. What I'm doing, I'm coming out with loppers and I'm just thinning out anything that I can get with the loppers. It probably means it's something that I've already cut at least once. Things that grow lopper size in a year, basically you cut them back and that thins it out. I only step 1 foot off of the trail. This is the trail. I don't want to widen it out too much, but what I want to do is I want to start thinning it back on the sides and keeping it clear. And what that'll do is give seeds time to land in the area and start to grow other things. I am looking at this area of my backyard like a crop. Most people grow crops of food. I am going to grow crop of reseeding, bird feeding, deer feeding things in my backyard. I am going to the store now and I'm finding the cheapest bags of bird seed that I can find. Bird seed has grasses in it, it has flowers in it, it has all kinds of things in it. It doesn't matter what it has in it. It has things that birds like. And what I like is I like to see birds out here. Having birds out here is gonna encourage other seeds to be out here because whatever the bird lands on is gonna bring seeds with it. Forget all of that. What I'm saying is for about $8 to $20 a week, just like I'm investing in the stock market, I am starting to invest in my backyard. I'm finding areas in my backyard that I can clean out at least once a week, but I'm out here every day because this is a one way that I keep in shape, and I just had knee surgery, so it's one way that I'm rehabilitating. When I thin the area back and I throw the seeds out, whatever wants to take, this is a shady area, over there's a sunny area. Things are going to grow in different areas. I'm going to let it. Eventually, I will let this area just cover with green and I'll just mow it with my lawnmower so that I can just walk the area. Basically, I'm going to let this just evolve into what it wants to evolve into over time. And I'm going to give the seeds a chance to make it in the areas of the things that I don't want. I'm going to come out here and clean all this up right here. I'm just going to scratch it with the rake. I'm not going to do anything fancy. And then I'm just going to throw the seed down. I'm going to hit it with a rake again. I'm not going to do anything fancy, just a rake. And then what I like to do to make sure good seed to soil contact is I like to throw corn on top of the area where I throw seed. And what that will encourage is it will encourage the deer to come to eat the corn. And while the deer are eating the corn, they will stomp the seeds into the soil. Not only will they stomp the seeds into the soil, but they will stick the seeds on their hooves and walk the seeds to other areas in the yard. So this is a good way to transport seeds for myself as well. Basically, sit, pay attention. You're getting muddy too. I got to hurry up. This is another investment just like the stock market. Right now, I am paying about $8 to $20 a bag of wild bird seed, and I'm coming out here and I'm working and I'm throwing it in the ground. Now, what I'm figuring is, after about 8 years of doing this, 7 years of doing this, I'm gonna have so much food source out here that I'm gonna be walking through like a nature preserve, just like you saw this morning. Just seeing that one deer. Eventually, I'm gonna have so many deer, chipmunk, and squirrel back here. I'll be able to shoot footage of it, and YouTube will pay me enough off of the footage of the wildlife back here just for me to pay for the $8 to $20 a bag. But by that time, with inflation, I'm sure that sunflower seeds and things might be $25 a bag instead of $8 a bag. If you throw the seeds out, they will grow. And then the seeds will eventually start to reseed themselves. That is like getting dividends on a stock. They will fall to the ground and do a lot of the work for you. And the reason why I just throw seeds out is because I don't care who gets the seed. The seed can go to a squirrel. The seed can go to the earth in the form of growing as a flower or producing whatever crop it's supposed to produce, or it can just be digested by the earth as it returns back to it didn't make it, it didn't take it. Nature just drops seeds on the ground. It doesn't do any raking. It lets nature take its course. All I'm doing is speeding up nature by throwing out seeds. I don't care how it speeds up nature. I just want to come out here and see things that I desire to see and not things that I'm forced to see. And that's how you change. Basically, investing a little bit today will go a long way. If you stay tuned, you'll get to see what comes from this. Also, something else, you'll get to see my dog training as well, because this is another way of my form of dog training. She's focused. She already had her breakfast this morning. She will get another meal here in a minute as soon as we get done working. She gets to be out here watching while I work, and that is her job, to alert. And so that is why she doesn't have her bone right now. When we're out here, she needs to be able to speak. If she has her bone, she can't speak. Now that she doesn't have her bone, she can speak. I'm teaching her how to speak, and I'm allowing her to have opportunity to speak by not giving her her bone. That is part of her training, and that's why when she's out here, I let her roam around, put her scent in different places, and I let her sniff out things, because also by having her scent all over the yard back here, it encourages animals that are unfriendly to her not to be in her area. The older she gets, they won't know if she's vicious or not. They just will smell her smell and be able to tell her age. Right now, they might not be intimidated by her, but as she ages, they're going to be intimidated by her scent. That is another way that this is helping benefit. Deer are starting not to be scared of her because they smell her scent so commonly through this area, and they've never been chased by her scent. So they will not be in fear of her as long as we keep moving like this out here. She stayed long enough, and we've talked long enough. We have work to do, and that's what we're here for. The first take did not take, so I had to do a retake, and that's why I'm doing this. So I hope it came out better than the first one anyway. Logo free. She's good to go. I have a few things that I have to go get, and that is why I shoot these videos. The first video, I was assessing what I needed, and I came to realize that I only needed one thing other than this right here, and that was a lopper. I don't need to make a lot of noise out here in the mornings. I don't need to do a lot of power. I need good workout, good exercises. Loppers are good exercises. That's what I do this for. This is my workout so that I don't have to go to the gym and do this right here. This is a cheap workout every single day, and I get to do this. And then what I do at the gym, I just go swim. So this is also my fitness first thing in the morning. And I get out here in the mornings because I do not want the sun of the day beating me down. Even though this is the coolest area in my yard because this is the only area that I really have shade, it still gets hot back here and I get drenched. So we got to get to it. We're about to go get these tools, get back out here. The rest of the video will be time-lapse from this point forward. It might just be time-lapse throughout the video.
All right, so we just finished up out here, and Logo's job was to hold her beef stick. Logo, free. Now she can go where she want to go and enjoy her beef stick. Ain't that right, girl? Let's just do a quick recap. So what we did, we thinned out the edges. I went just off the trail enough, and I got everything that I can't get. I can get with the hedge trimmer. Some of this stuff above, I'll get with the hedge trimmer. Like this right here, I'll get with the hedge trimmer. Then I'm gonna thin this back right here with the rake everything out, get everything piled up. And what I've been doing with the stuff that I've been piling up, that I got out, everything I can get out by hand, I piled it up right here. And how this plays into working with nature, this is going to provide a great safe space for a whole lot of animals over the winter. This is gonna be a winterized area and it's gonna break down over time. And this time next year, all the leaves and things will be dead, and this will be good for me to burn in the fire pit. But for right now, I got these all over the yard. I'll show you a couple different ones. But they break down slowly over time, and they provide nice, safe places for wildlife to live. And this is stacked as tall as me. Critters can live up in the high area, and as it gets colder and colder, they can move down into the lower areas. So that's what I did right there. I still got to come through and clean this area out. You can see a lot of this needs to be done. I'm gonna find some areas where, like this is an area where I pile stuff up. Let me see if I have any piles that are breaking down over time. We'll show you this one over here. This is the one I've been breaking down here lately and using for firewood. But basically, here's another area, and you see I got my loppers and a rake already back here because this is where I do a lot of my work. But this area has been breaking down over time, and wildlife can live inside of that. And I even throw seeds in there. And that's what I mean when I come out. So let me go back over here. Well, we will show you the walk. It feels good to be able to walk out here, and it feels good to be able to walk out here. Oh, my leg feels so good, y'all. But all right, so this is gonna be an area that we are gonna be touching up here in one of the next videos. I don't know when, but that area needs to be very much tightened up. Like this area, you see how much it opened up. This used to be a well-covered area, and it will cover back up again. It's just gonna take some time. I'm encouraging the growth to go up higher before it closes over. And that's what I'm saying. You see what happens if you don't let it grow up high enough before it grows over. Penny would never fit through here, not at all. She would just hit everything, which I'm saying it would be okay, but I'm gonna clear it before I bring Penny through here. And then by letting this get sunlight, it's gonna be able to get grass on it. So I'll come out, I'm gonna get my wild bird seed, or actually I'm gonna rake everything. I'm gonna rake, get all the green stuff that's growing so my seed doesn't have any competition. And I'm gonna keep it maintained with like a weed eater or something, just for the whole year. After I do this, and put the seed down, next I'll just be coming out with the weed eater or the lawnmower and cutting it like grass. Then what'll happen is the stuff on the sides of the trails will start to take and the weeds will start to break. Any seeds that I throw in the middle of the trail, as long as they're just grass, they will be able to grow. If they become weeds, over time, I'm sure they'll be powerful enough to do whatever they want. All my plan is rake this area out now, scratch up the surface, throw down some seed, throw down some corn. Easy way to transport seeds. Throw out wild bird seed. Put the seed down before you rake. Rake up the area. That way the seed will take wherever it wants. Put the seed down, rake, then throw corn after the area is raked. And the corn is just so that the deer stomp the seed into the soil and so that they walk the seed to other areas in the yard. That is an easy way to get your seeds to spread and to grow as easy as possible. Look like Logo done. Look like she had fun. If she didn't, she doing it now. See, she get to work, but then she get to play. She get to have fun any kind of way she want to. She getting dirty out here. But that's how she like to have fun after she get done working. But she get right back to work. Hey, sit, good girl. And look at the sweat, y'all. Look at the sweat. I told y'all, this a workout in itself. But we done. Oh yeah, pretty soon, it'll be a ton of nature out here. All right, y'all, much respect, much love, and we out.